Okay, so this is one of probably the best colored wigs that I've tried on Amazon. It is, once again, I feel like you guys are gonna get tired of me saying Unice Hair, but it is from Unice Hair Amazon once again.
Scratch mixed it.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Kiannamoracia and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, then welcome. If you are not new here, then welcome back. Today we have my first blonde wig of the season, and it is an Amazon wig, so I'm super excited to share with it. It is from Unice Amazon. You guys know I had to try out like pretty much all of the colors that they're offering, because I know that fall is the time that a lot of people like to try natural colors like blonde, ginger, all of that. So we're gonna get into it. This is a number 27, 180% density, 22-inch, 13x4 blonde wig. This is the wig fresh out of the packaging. Now it looks like a very like goldish blonde on camera right here, but I promise you it's the perfect shade of ash blonde. They actually have it listed as a dark blonde / ash blonde color. Under the ring light right here it looks different, but I am showing you guys the hair fresh out of the package because I did install it like that. I actually didn't end up going in and plucking the hair. I just installed it exactly how it was. All I did was just, put my foundation on the lace to kind of make it my skin tone, but that was it. I will say I wish it did have a lot more lace space because, I like my 13x4s to be full. This one was not as full, but it was still a good run for your money considering that it's an Amazon wig that came already colored. If you know that a lot of the Amazon wigs come in that Mountain Dew yellow color. I don't think there is another Amazon wig that does have the perfect black girl blonde like this one does. So I definitely recommend it, and it does have the elastic band at the back for extra security. And I'm just showing you guys the hair. Now this is what it looks like in the lighting that I'm in. You could tell it is a lot less yellow, it's more cool toned, and it is the perfect shade of blonde. Those knots were absolutely perfect. I didn't have to tone them, so I was really excited about that. So right here, I'm just getting ready to start installing the hair. For today's install, I didn't use anything except my Even melting spray. Not the Even melting spray, I used the Even lace adhesive. That's the only thing I use to actually lay the hair down. I'm going in with my True Radiance, my Black Radiance True Contour palette, the powder one, and I'm using the two powders in it to kind of get the perfect shade of my skin tone. I didn't have any powder foundation that's my skin color, so I just used that and I made it work. And this is what the wig looked like after that was all done. There was a lot of lace, so I ended up having to cut off the excess before I even started because it was getting in my eye, as you can see here. So I'm taking my scissors and I'm gonna cut 3 sections. This install actually didn't take a lot of time for me. It took a good 30 minutes, I would say. Very easy if you really wanted to install the wig fresh out of the box. But here I'm just cutting off the excess tabs, and I am gonna be working in sections, starting with the middle section first. So I did cut the middle section off camera, but I'm gonna basically show you guys the after results because you see me cut the lace 100 times. I don't really think it is that hard. I did end up cutting most of the sections off camera, but right here I'm cutting off the ear tabs. There wasn't really much to cut off except the excess lace. I didn't really have to actually cut any of the hair, so all I did was move that behind my ear, and then I ended up working with it. I know right here the lace looks a little bit ashy, but I'm not worried about that because I am going to go in and touch up the color after and right before I lay it down. So I'm using a zigzag pattern to cut the lace just because I don't want it to show out too much, especially because this is transparent lace. It does have a white cast, naturally that's just how it is, until you actually put some eyeshadow or some type of foundation, something with color. So that's what I'm doing as I'm doing these sections. I'm going over it with the contour palette in the color that is my skin tone. Right here it does look ashy, but that's because the hair is not fully laid down, and I didn't do any touch-ups. This is just me laying down the wig for the sake of laying down the wig. So I did the same thing on that side section, and this is what it looks like pressed in. The side looks a little bit better because I did use more of that powder, but I'm gonna touch it up at the end, so it wasn't really bothering me. And then I'm doing my last section right here after just putting a little bit more of that contour all over the hairline to give it a more natural look before I melt it one last time. And then I'm gonna cut my last section in zigzag pattern and do the same thing. I only used one layer or 1 to 2 layers of spray as I was doing this, and my layers were very, very thin. The black even spray is the strongest one, so I didn't need as much as I usually do with the red can. I was literally just dabbing it, and then I actually pressed the lace in with my fingers or the edge of that hard brush that I had. So here I'm taking it back, I'm taking the hair back so it doesn't get stuck onto the lace, and I'm pressing that in with my fingers. I know right now it looks crazy, but after I like touch it up again, it is gonna look a little bit better. But for now, I'm just laying down the wig, and then I'm actually gonna start styling it. Also, you can see that some of the contour got on the actual hair. The easiest way to remove that is just take like a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol and then rub it on the hair so that way it comes off. But this is what the wig looks like after it has actually been put on my head. Afterwards, I did end up going with my wax stick right here. I'm just talking to my boyfriend. I was going in with my wax stick and I was shaping the hairline because I didn't want to touch up the hairline until I was done. I feel like if I put too much of the contour at the front and then I hot combed it, it just wouldn't hot comb as well, or like the color would like bleed into the actual hair, and that's what I was trying to avoid. So I didn't fix that until I was fully done with my install. But I went over the hair a couple of times to shape it with the hot comb just to make sure it wasn't humpy or it didn't look any type of way. And I am doing some wand curls for this look. I didn't feel like the body wave bombshell curls were gonna eat as much. I don't know, I felt like I should have kept that nice wavy texture that it had, so I did end up doing some loose waves. I cut teeny tiny layers in the front, but after curling I realized I didn't need to do that. I think I'm just used to cutting layers. I didn't cut a lot though. It was just enough to show up after I did the curl. You guys are going to see once that curl is done, but I did that on both sides. One of the sides I ended up cutting way more than the other by accident, but it didn't look any type of way once I did that loose curl. And I think I am going to add more layers later on, but for now it's just going to be exactly how it is. Like, I'm not really gonna focus too much on it. After that, I sprayed my Fantasia heat protectant spray all over the hair. I didn't really care about where I sprayed it. I just wanted to make sure it was protected, because one thing about blonde hair, it is very delicate. I did not want to fry the hair, because I don't know if you guys know what blonde hair looks like when it's fried, but it starts getting really frizzy. It just doesn't, I don't know, it looks like someone electrocuted you. And it is easier to fry than other hair textures since the hair has been dyed. Here I was looking for my supplies because they were falling all over the place, but I did use the wand curler in small sections. You guys are probably wondering why all my hot tools look the same. I actually have a hot tool that has 6 different like heads, so that way I have like 6 different tools in one. It's way more convenient than having like 7 irons with different barrels. And you can see that that curled in no time. I barely held it up. The clip isn't that sped up, so it took about like, I'd say like 7 seconds for each curl to set. I really did not have to hold them that long. All I had to do was just wrap it around. I am wearing a heat protective glove just to make sure my hand doesn't get burnt, because I feel like you can't really do wand curls unless your hand is like holding them very close. And sometimes I used to get burnt when I didn't have that glove. So I'm doing about, I'd say like 7 sections on each side. I don't want too much sections. I just want it to be a nice wavy look at the end. But this hair ended up curling so well. I was super surprised, especially because it is a body wave, but like I was just surprised how well it held a curl. Like, the curls were super bouncy and they stayed. They're still in the hair actually. So I don't know. I feel like the last time I had a blonde wig, it did not curl this well. Like, it didn't really give me the glamorous curl look that I want. Like, this wig, it really lived up to it. After I curled the hair, I just brushed it out, and that's it for the install.
Okay, so this is one of probably the best colored wigs that I've tried on Amazon. It is, once again, I feel like you guys are gonna get tired of me saying Unice Hair, but it is from Unice Hair Amazon. Once again, this is their dark ash blonde 13x4 180% density 22-inch wig. This is what the wig looks like after, you know, curling. You can see the full length of the hair. It is true to length, I will say that, and the density is very good. It is a body wave, so I figured doing curls on this wig is what would work best. The hairline, honestly, the hairline, it gave what it needed to. I didn't do anything to the hairline. I actually installed it just exactly how it was, but I did add my foundation to the lace. That's it, but that's not doing anything to the hairline. I didn't pluck it just because I felt like it already came plucked enough. You can go in and pluck it if you want. I chose not to. I just didn't see the need for it, but it layered very well. It holds a curl. I didn't have to curl it that much. It took me about 2 minutes to curl the entire head, which is pretty good, especially if you're on the go. You can install this wig fresh out the box like I did. I didn't do anything except add the foundation to the lace. Once again, it is an Amazon wig, and my favorite part about this wig is the fact that it's the dark ash blonde, just because I don't like the yellow Mountain Dew blonde that most people do. I feel like it doesn't look good unless it's toned, but toning blonde hair is a very long process, and I feel like this is the perfect black girl blonde color. Like, it's the perfect dark blonde for your skin tone. Doesn't give that bright yellow look, and it just goes well with almost every single skin tone. So yeah, if you want to check out more from Unice hair, the link is in my description box below. I do have a playlist called Unice Amazon Finds and another playlist called called Amazon Finds in general, of just all the Amazon wigs that I've compiled. I also have a link in my storefront that shows every Unice Amazon wig, or every Amazon wig, whatever you're looking for. This isn't a glueless unit, I know, because I've been doing mainly glueless units, but this isn't one, but it does look very, very good. So I'm gonna give them that. They did their part with this one. I actually do like this wig. I wish I tried it a little bit later in the fall, but I'm probably gonna reinstall it or something because I really do like the color, and I feel like this is the most perfect blonde that I've ever gotten. So yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.